Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Simply Growing Food Podcast. I'm your host, Dylan. We've got a good one for you today, folks. We got a visit this past week from a couple of federal agents. That's right, it's a big deal. Anyway, it's a good story, more than it is a big deal. Also, going to recap how our Memorial Day Great American Picnic went. I'm calling it a B+. Could have been an A. Should have been an A+. Definitely a solid B. But that's what's coming up on the SGF. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back to another episode of the Simply Growing Food Podcast. I'm flying solo tonight. Farmer Cass had to work, believe it or not. She has this little side gig she does, and well, she's busy. So it's just me. It's just me in the office talking to you. That's right. So anyway, I think I'm going to start off with the USDA. So I'm here and I'm just minding my own life. Wednesday of this past week, Cass, Kim, and myself were, it was really hot out, so I did what I had to do in the morning and, for outside work. And then ducked inside into the bakery, which wasn't much cooler temperature-wise. For those of you who don't know, this past week we experienced like 90 to 95 degrees, kind of out of nowhere for May. But hey, whatever. Point is, it was hot. Okay, and the bakery was booming. So I went inside, did some work in there. Left my water bottle outside, went outside to get it, saw that there were two cars parked in the parking lot. And immediately I'm like, oh, shit. I love when customers come to see us, don't get me wrong. But when it's in the middle of the week and we got a lot going on and the stand's not fully stocked, it's not how I want to present. So I get a little annoyed. I want the stand to be stocked. I want to be ready to deal with the general public. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I run over to the stand and there's two dudes in there. And so I go in. I'm like, hey, how's it going? And they're like, are you, Dylan Daigle? And I was like, indeed I am. How can I help you guys? And they're like, oh, we're so-and-so from the USDA, and we're investigators. Just checking into a situation that we were made aware of. Do you have a minute? So the have a minute is like just a waste of talking because I have to obviously comply with them. So here's the background here. We do our flock share program, okay? When you buy chicken from me, you do whatever the hell you want to do with that chicken. It's not up to me. It's not my business. I don't really care. It just so happened we had somebody who also has a catering business, bought some chicken. And I guess they just stored that chicken in a freezer in the commissary kitchen that they use. As far as I understand, that's what was going on. They just stored the chicken there probably because they don't have freezer space big enough in their home. It's a very common issue, okay? You wouldn't be the first guy to, and I mean this, literally store their meat like somewhere else, someone else's freezer. We deal with this all the time. People want the fresh meat, but they don't have the space. We get it. So, this guy, business owner, stored my chicken that he purchased from me, totally legally, totally legit, in a commissary kitchen that he was using, which, if it's not a USDA piece of meat, I guess is a no-no. Right? Because you're guilty before you're proven innocent, of course, right? So, like I said, for all I know, he was just storing it there because he didn't have any space at home. I'm sure he's got a small freezer. Okay? So whatever. Benefit of the doubt. Whatever. Not with the government. So anyway, he gets like a regular inspection in this kitchen, and the inspector sees the chicken. The contraband. My chicken. Big bold letters. Daigle Farm. You know how it is. Marketing. And, where we're at, Brooklyn, Connecticut, blah, blah, blah. So, had I known that this chef was going to store the chicken out of state, oh yeah, this happened in Massachusetts. And we're in CT. So, had I known that he was even going to cross state lines with him, I probably would have let him know that you're technically not supposed to do that. They don't want interstate commerce with things that the government doesn't regulate. Right? Okay. Welcome. Intra-state is fine, but it can't leave your state. So whatever. He found it. So it was found over state line, blah, 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 blah. They take his chicken. They say, no chicken for you. They take that chicken right away. They say, give me those chickens. Give me that damn dog. They take those chickens. And like 20 whole frozen birds, and they lock them in like the contraband section of the commissary kitchen, okay? Which is just like a funny concept to me. Like, I'm going to take your chickens and I'm going to lock them up because you might eat them. Or someone else might eat them. And the government didn't tax it or touch it. So we got a problem with that. Anyway, chicken was revoked. Revoking of the poultry. Anyway, so the chef reaches out to me. He goes, hey, man, this just happened. I'm like, okay, well, I doubt that we're going to hear from the USDA because there's definitely bigger fish to fry. Apparently not, folks, because my Wednesday, I lost 3 hours on the day just dealing with these guys. I was going to say, okay, full disclosure, I was going to say clowns. I'm biased. I don't like the organization they work for. These guys were great people. They seemed like very pleasant dudes. I didn't have any issue with the way that they handled their business and the way that they, talked to me and treated me. It was incredibly cordial and professional. I'll say that. But that being said, I am biased towards the organization of the USDA, okay? Not a big fan. I know why they exist. There's pros and cons. My biases usually lie with the butchers that are USDA because they do charge quite a bit. And I've heard a lot of lies about how expensive it is for the butchers. Some of the stuff is true, some of it's not true. I mean, and that's a story for another day. But anyway, so I digress. I gotta wet the old whistle here. Hold on. You know what it is. And you know what time it is. Coming at you. Guys, if you're anything like me, your day starts the same pretty much every day. You wake up, you drag yourself over to the coffee pot, and you begin to brew yourself that sweet elixir that's going to keep you going all day. Now, where we differ is what's in that coffee pot. We're not big fans of the big commercial coffee companies. The flavor's just not there. We're big fans of Two Dogs Coffee Company, and for the past 2 seasons, that's all we've been drinking. And I mean literally 2 seasons, 2 full years. Two Dogs Coffee is the only coffee that we brew. Artisanally roasted, fresh to order, and ethically sourced, Two Dogs Coffee is the only thing that we've been drinking here at the farm. This is not a paid advertisement, okay? I just like them over there. Brittany and Gwillem, they do great business. And they create such a good product, I can't put it down. I'm having some right now. I'm a big fan of their original Frank's blend. Brazilian and Colombian beans, and it's a medium roast. Hints of caramel, chocolate, some other stuff. It's coffee. Two Dogs Coffee. It's oh yeah. I am in fact drinking Two Dogs Coffee. Anyway, so back to this past Wednesday. Okay, so I go outside, I see I go get my water bottle, see the cars, run to the stand, boom, two dudes, not in suits, casual dress, fair. They present themselves as USDA investigators. That's deeper than an inspector, okay? This person, they're digging. They're looking for clues. They're Sherlock Holmes in this shit, okay? So, which is fine, you know. We're not hiding anything. I know my rights and I know the laws that we're operating under. We're good. But anyway, I don't know how long they were there, and I didn't ask. But they had already taken the time to go through all my coolers, look at all my labels, look at everything that we were selling. You know what the government do. So, you know, and looking back, it's like, what do you do about that? I mean, what the hell do you do about that? It's not like the door was wide open. I've got a screen door and then I've got a solid door. The solid door was open and the screen door was shut, but they were inside. So I don't know exactly where we stand on, like, you know, property rights. Very strange. Very strange. Luckily, they were pleasant. All right, moving on. Sorry. Sticking to the story. No philosophy here. Maybe a little bit. Definitely biased, but real. Anyway, so we go through everything. We step outside, we're talking. I mean, this whole process took about 3 hours, okay? Here's some highlights from the conversation. They asked me a ton of stuff, okay, about the chef. And basically, I'm guessing it was to, like, corroborate that, you know, the story's legit and, you know, nobody is intending to break the law here or whatever. And that all checked out, but they wanted to see, like, invoices of my chick purchases, my baby chick purchases, to, you know, validate that what I told them for what we produce lines up with what we bring in. And, you know, it was a little bit intrusive. I'm not gonna lie, but you know, it kind of is what it is at this point. And I'm not looking for a problem. You know, I know I'm operating within the law, and I know that I'm following everything properly. But I'm still not looking for a fight here. Okay, I'm not looking to deal with these bozos at all. I mean, they're probably making six figures. Let's be real. They're making probably six figures, full benefits, you know, retirement, all that shit, medical. And they're out here giving me the once over. I mean, this is like, I mean, let's be real, dude. What an absolute waste of your time. And it's kind of because you're assumed guilty before proven shit. But whatever. That's the world we've got right now. You don't have to agree with it. You just gotta keep living. But, yeah, so they're asking me all these questions about my business, how I run it, blah, blah, blah. About the chef, about the purchase. Had I sold to him before? Yes. How many? You know, 5, when, last October, you know, just like, and they already had copies of the invoice, you know, and everything that they acquired from him, I'm guessing. And then there was an interesting moment where one of the guys, so there was an older dude who was from my state of Connecticut, and then there was a younger guy, maybe in his, you know, 40s, from Massachusetts, where the crime was committed, where the offense occurred, where farm fresh chicken was found. where it shouldn't be. I mean, if it sounds like this is a joke, it's because it's an absolute ridiculous waste of time and effort. But anyway, 6-figure salaries, folks, don't forget. Anyway, and I could be wrong, and I'm not going to look it up, but I feel like if you're an investigator for a department that is so big like the USDA, then you're definitely making out okay. You know, I don't want to hear that you're hurting, all right? What the hell? You're out here bothering me. I'm trying to build something. Dudes. You know? I'm busy here. I'm not trying to sound arrogant, but like, you know, no one was hurt in all this stuff. So what are you doing? But anyway. So one of the highlights, I would say, was the younger dude goes, hey, I see that the labels on your chicken that you have in your freezer, because, again, they already helped themselves to investigating, air quotes. It says not processed by the government or handled by the government. Why does it say that? And I'm like, because it's not. Like, totally, dude. Because it's not. Like, what are you talking about? What kind of question is that? You know? I'm like, yeah, no, okay? Because I figured, first of all, that should be on there, right? That's pretty full disclosure. Hey, I did this. Not Uncle Sam, right? And then he goes, you know, oh, I thought it was maybe because you don't like the government. And I laughed and I was like, yo, dude, I don't like the government. I don't. And I said, but I'm not blaming you guys. You're just out here doing your job. What am I going to gain by, like, treating you guys poorly? You know? Because at the end of the day, that's just the reality. I don't know them. They don't know me. Might as well keep it cordial. Kill them with kindness. There's a reason that's an expression. Okay? So, yeah. So he's like, oh, I thought maybe you didn't like the government. Yeah, I don't, bro. I don't. You pull 1 million people. I bet you none of them actually would say they do. I mean, geez. But anyway. And so after they told me my labels were... They went on to tell me that the labels were good. Like, it says everything that they're supposed to say, because in the state of Connecticut, I'm operating under an exemption for small-scale poultry. Exemption of inspection is basically what it is. I don't have to be... I'm exempt from being inspected because we don't do X amount of birds every year. So, you know, whatever. We're good. I know the law. What I didn't know was the code for that law. Now, here's where it gets silly. The USDA guy goes, younger dude from Mass, goes, your labels are good, you know, but they're missing one thing. And it's something to provide clarity to the consumer. And I said, oh, gee, what's that? Oh, gee, mister, what's that? And he goes, it's the code for the exemption that you're operating under. And so every label you have on your poultry has to also include the following. Something to the effect of EXP 90-942. Now, let's keep in mind that he said this was going to provide more clarity to the customer, right? I'm running the business. I don't even know what the shit that means. Well, I do now. But if someone was like, oh, do you know the legal code for the exemption that you're operating under? I would say no. Why? Why would I? Leave me alone. I'm building something here, okay? It's bad enough we got all this stuff we got to work around. Leave me alone, okay? I'm building something. Thank you. So anyway, yeah. So what happened, because I didn't have those 8 digits on my label, is I was still issued a citation. That's right. They issued me a freaking citation. Now, the benefit is there's no monetary gain for them. There's no fee associated with this citation. It's just a piece of paper that means nothing to no one and says it just recorded what happened here today. We all heard. Yeah. Records what happened here today, basically. Okay. I had to sign it, and, I know what some people might be thinking, no lawyer present. What did you sign away, right? What did you just sell him a kidney? You sell him a kidney? No. I don't know, actually, but I don't think so. So I asked the other dude from Hartford, I was like, so does this mean I have like a permanent record with the food police now? Is that what's going on? What does this mean? And he's like, to be honest with you, this is going to get filed to a black hole. Once we're done with this paperwork, no one's ever going to read it again. It's like, oh, okay. Honesty. He seemed like he was ready to retire, that guy. Nice guy. They were both nice guys, And then they wanted to see where I process the chickens, kind of get an idea of my flow and everything and how it works. And, the younger dude, he actually saw a box I had. I have a bunch of boxes from last fall when we got the pork back from another USDA place. Some USDA place, Westport. Meatworks in Westport, Mass. And on the outside of the box has the USDA logo, and he goes, whoa, you don't put your chicken or anything else that you produce in this box for sale, do you? And I'm thinking to myself, yo, bro, I already bought the box, right? If we're gonna bust balls over the logo on the outside of it, hey, then maybe don't charge me for them. Now, that's obviously not the USDA charging me for the boxes, it's the butcher, but you know what I'm saying? He goes, you got to remove that label. If you use that box for one piece of chicken, right to jail. Oh, God. What a joke. What a circus. So that tied me up for 3 hours on Wednesday, And then I invited them both to the picnic that we had this weekend, which I'm going to segue into. But yeah, I invited them both to the picnic, and one dude even said he'd probably make it. And you know what? It's after the picnic. It's 9 o'clock at night. It's day of picnic. No one came. They did not come. No one from the USDA came. Too bad. I was kind of hoping they would. That would be a great story ending right there. Disney couldn't have written it better. I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of Disney movies. Anyway, so that was Wednesday. Got a visit from the USDA. And all it was really, I took it as a validation that, hey, we're doing something right. We're doing it right. Because they couldn't get me on anything but a very small technicality on my label. See what I'm saying? It's almost like I knew the law. It's almost like I read the code shit. I didn't know the digits that represent the code or the exemption. Sorry. And yeah, I don't want people to think the government handles the meat that I'm peddling, because I think it's an added value that the government doesn't handle it. And a lot of other Americans find that to be the same way. It's got value added because the government didn't touch it. What does that tell you? And that's just chicken wings, man. You know what I'm saying? Something as simple as chicken wings can be so complex. But I digress. It was validating. I can't say that Cass was thrilled, because I believe the text I sent her as I was talking to these two gentlemen was like, USDA here, 2 dudes. And then she came out eventually And she's like, hey, is everything okay? Well, maybe she could tell it better, because I got word that she's going to be joining us. I know. Little mid-episode surprise for those of you that listen. The diehards. Farmer Cass will be joining us in just a moment.
Ready.
And that moment is now. How's it going, Cass?
It's going so good.
So good.
So good.
So I was just telling a story about the 2 USDA agents that visited us this week. Why don't you give us your perspective?
Okay. Well, at first I was mad.
Sure.
Yeah, because Dylan just disappeared out of nowhere, and he was helping us in the bakery. But then I got your text that said the USDA was there, and immediately my heart just sank. I just like, yep. Yep.
I just yup.
It was, yeah, I was like, not sure what to do, just riddled with anxiety.
Riddled.
And I told Kim that they were here, and...
Oh, you better go.
Yeah. No, I wasn't sure. I kept going back and forth if I should go out there or not, because you had been out here. I saw your text maybe like 10 or 15 minutes later, so...
Yeah. Who knows? They could have beaten me to death by then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And, I asked Kim if I should go, what she thought. She said, if anything, for moral support. So I went upstairs, made sure the dog was upstairs, and then decided to mosey on out to the stand. Beforehand, I made sure to check out their cars, see if they were driving anything really nice, see what that government job was like. They both had New York government plates, and...
How weird.
Which I thought was kind of weird, yeah. Kind of strange.
And neither one of them are from New York. Although, that one dude, he did work in New York for a while. So, I mean, I get it,
Was that the one? He travels 2 hours every day.
Yeah.
To work in Massachusetts.
Right. Yeah, he lives on the other side of our state, on the New York border.
Yep.
So, he said he's going to
be
moving to the area.
Okay.
I told him I'd hook him up with Matt Norin at Remax Realty.
That's right.
Where your dreams are his job.
Ooh. That is a really good slogan.
Yeah, I do like it. I do like it. Yeah. So, hey, Matt, I'm sending him your way. I know you're listening. But anyway,
just don't make him our neighbor.
Well, now it's weird. Now it feels a little Haiti. And I don't mean the country, am I right?
I don't want the USDA guy being our neighbor.
Hey, whatever. They did try to, convince me to become a USDA certified place.
Okay.
But again, it really wouldn't do anything for our business.
No. Not at the scale we're at.
Yeah, and I don't care to ship out of state. We don't have enough chicken. Do you know how many people asked me about chicken today? A ridiculous amount of people. Because we's out.
Oh.
We's out till June 8th.
Well, I don't want to be out.
Well, it was a small batch. This next batch is quite large with 380 in it.
Good. All right.
Great.
It's going to be a long two days of butchering, but... Yep. So I was you know what? I was so afraid that we were supposed to have more information on hand. I know you're supposed to document who gets the chickens.
We do.
I thought it had to be as crazy as batch number, all this stuff.
No.
Whatever. And then I also thought we were going to get clocked for having cut up chicken. Because for some reason I was thinking in my head that we're not supposed to have that. The exemption is only for whole chickens.
That's your programming.
Yeah, I think so.
That's the programming. That's the fear that the government puts in all of us.
I think so. And the fear was definitely there that day.
I want to break free.
I do. Please help me.
Yeah, we'll get you there.
But I go over there, and Dylan's just shooting the shit under the porch here, just having a good old time.
Right.
Everybody seems like they're in a good mood. I'm confused.
Yeah, well.
I was like, hi. So nervous.
So nervous.
Yeah, and then we just sat there and talked about sourdough for a little while.
Oh yeah, that one dude was into making bagels.
He was making bagels, and but he had like a dehydrated sourdough starter.
Yeah.
He hasn't reconstituted or whatever yet. But I think after our chat, I think he's probably going to try it.
Yeah.
Yep. Definitely a good cop, bad cop vibe going on. But still, the one that... Did I already say that? I don't know.
Who cares?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Good cop, bad cop. The one that was the bad cop is the one that's going to be moving to the area. So... that is not the one I want.
He was
to
a
be
very
our
pleasant
neighbor.
gentleman.
He definitely was.
Yeah, both of them.
Yep. And then, yeah.
And then I invited them to our Great American Picnic.
That's right.
And they didn't come.
Oh.
But that's okay because a lot of other great folks from the community did.
Yeah.
We had a pretty decent turnout.
I even had to leave halfway through.
Oh, yeah.
Because I had to work my other job, which I'm just getting back from right now. And I really didn't want to leave. I wanted to stay. Yep. It was a good old time.
So why don't you explain what was on the menu?
Okay. Ooh, here we go.
Take it from the top.
From the top. Well, first we feasted on a nice garden salad.
Feasted.
With a medley of our romaine greens, some of our arugula, radishes, which I dice nice and thin. Kim says I have good knife skills.
Whoa.
If Chef Kim says that, she's telling the truth.
Wow.
Yep.
Very good, grasshopper.
She did. I thought
good.
she was just trying to, butter me up or something, but she said that some people, they just can't get it. So I feel good. Anyways, radishes. Yep. Cucumbers and tomatoes, which I did have to buy because we are not in the season. And, salad. She made a bomb mac and cheese.
Bomb diggity.
Yep. Radish. Nope. Well, it did have radishes in it. Celery root coleslaw. She made this for us one time, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
So I've been wanting her to make it for something of ours. And sure enough, she made it. And we put in some of our radishes. Sliced nicely.
Yeah, we get it. The radishes were freaking thin. Okay, moving on.
And those radishes were very small because they were freshly picked. They were
with
on
those
the smaller
radishes.
side. Anyways, good skills. And those are the sides for sure. We had burgers and hot dogs, both from
all real beef.
That's right. We forgot to really push our slogan.
That's okay. What was our slogan for
when
the
the buns
event?
were fresh and the meat was real.
Buns are fresh and the meat is real.
Which, shout out to Caitlin Violet. She helped me on Saturday make all of the buns for the event. No, it wasn't all for this event. There was another... we had to make a bunch too for Woodstock Creamery, but...
And subsequently we sold a bag of like 6 to Ling today.
I know, which I forgot to put aside.
No, she got them.
I know, but when she came, she's like, "Oh, I'm so glad I was able to buy some of your buns." And I was like, "Did you get them yet?" I was like, "I'm just going to take them from that pile right there and point to the
Did
table."
You get them yet?
Did you get them? We made 170 buns, though.
Wow.
Yep, half of them, maybe 60% were hamburger buns and 40% were hot dog buns.
Yeah, the hamburgers outsold the hot dogs.
I knew they would.
Yeah.
I knew they would. An artisan hamburger, who doesn't love it? Yep.
Artisanal burger.
Yeah. If it had bacon, it would be like, what do they call them? Gastropub. It would have been a gastropub sandwich.
Shit?
I don't know. I think it's like a hipster sandwich place, but for burgers.
Is that what we're building here? A gastro pavilion?
No, but if it had bacon, it would be.
Gas pavilion?
Gas something. Yep.
Gasoline?
Well, if it's gastropub, it's gastro pavilion. Yep. Yeah.
Not to be confused with Castro Pavilion.
No.
That is communism. So, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, the meal was delicious. I ate afterwards.
Oh, and the blueberry cobbler.
Oh, yes.
Yep. I made a blueberry cobbler this morning because yesterday, I forget, today's Sunday. Yesterday was Just too busy, too long. I didn't make the cobbler, so I made it this
Too
morning.
busy, too long. Is that an expression?
It should be.
I like it.
It was.
What's up with the anchor voice? Thanks. It should be. That's right.
Back to you, Dylan.
All right. To our reporter in the field, Brian Fantana. Brian. Anyway.
Is that one Family Guy?
No, it's Anchorman.
Okay.
Oh, my God. The mood is tense. No, anyway. I won't do the whole bit. It's too much.
Dylan's really good at movie lines.
Only good movies.
It's fun. It's like
Not that shitty movie stuff. By the way, side note, did we finish Casino last night?
We
No.
did. We did.
No.
Did we? No, we didn't. We didn't.
Okay, we got to finish Casino.
Yeah, we do. That's
so
a
we
good
found
movie.
This movie, Robert.
Did we? Just side note. The reason he's asking, did we finish it, is because Dylan never finishes a single movie. He was sleeping next to me. That's why he wants to know if we finished it or not.
My movies end at different times. That's all. I'm still watching it. All right.
What he really meant was, Cassidy, did you finish it?
Well, it was a 3-hour movie.
I know, and I wanted to stay awake, but it was getting a little too late, and I knew I would regret it this morning.
I think it was like at the hour mark we shut it off.
About 45 minutes.
Yeah. And it's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
Robert De Niro, James Woods, bunch of dudes.
I'm just trying to figure out if Joe Pesci is the one that killed Robert De Niro or not.
Well, yeah, because the movie begins with the ending, and you're like, fuck.
What's crazy is I guarantee that's got to be a cult classic.
Casino.
And neither of us have seen it.
It was, well, you know what's funny? It came out the year we were born. So I was like,
that's why we picked it.
Let's watch that one.
Yep.
Yeah, those old movies are so good.
Yeah, because it was like real talent.
It's like a real story.
Right.
It's not all the same garbage shit.
It was actually thought out, and it didn't just get pumped out.
Yeah.
You know.
Through Netflix.
Yeah.
We are looking for a sponsor, though.
Oh, gee.
Just kidding.
Oh, gee.
Just kidding. Oh, jeez.
Oh, my God.
But anyway, yeah, so the event was really good. I think we had about 35, 40 people that came through.
Homemade whipped cream.
Homemade whipped cream. Oh, yeah, the blueberry cobbler.
Halfway through, too, I made more blueberry cobbler because I was so afraid. It was such a rush of people all of a sudden. I was worried we weren't going to have enough seating. And not to mention, it's piss and rain out.
All day.
Like, rain is going in on all angles of the pavilion still.
Damp. I'm still damp. Yeah, it's 9:30. I'm damp.
People showed up. It was so amazing.
Yeah, very good.
It was so
weekend.
sweet.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, your like whole family came.
My whole family came. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. I didn't have any family.
Mom,
to show
dad,
up.
brother, minus sister, but she lives in Virginia, so that's gonna be tough. But hey, you know, if she wanted to be the best sister, she would have drove that 10 hours. For a gastropub burger.
Pavilion.
Gastropavilion burger.
Maybe next time we'll do Reuben's.
I really need to nail a rye bread. Once I nail a rye bread, it's on.
Yeah, so part of this whole meal was to also raise money for the Veterans Coffee House in Plainfield. And we haven't talked about
Griswold.
that. And possibly Griswold. I was toying with the idea of maybe like doing the Brooklyn chapter here.
What?
Like doing a Veterans Coffee House in Brooklyn, but doing it in the pavilion.
Really?
Yeah.
Toying with the idea.
Just in the season.
Okay.
You know, and I mean, how many people would really show up?
I don't know.
But it's kind
I
of
think probably more than you think.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. My grandpa says in Plainfield they get like 30 people every week.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that could be our yoga.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we'll get them to do yoga too.
Yeah, I doubt that. But you know
it's
what
Veterans
I'm saying.
Coffee House, and if you stay after, that's a good way. They'll have to wrap it up. Oh well. Like, we're gonna do yoga now.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we actually got appointments, we gotta get out of here.
You guys get the pavilion 8 to noon.
Yeah.
Then you gotta go. Or you gotta do yoga. I don't know, that'd be fun. I think it'd be nice.
It would
I know
be
that if
nice.
my grandfather was still here, he would be doing the Veterans Coffee House.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Although he was more of a tea guy.
Ooh.
So Yikes.
Yeah, he would be sitting alone at the table. Just kidding.
You got any of that English breakfast?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, no thanks. I brought my own.
Yeah, he would.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it was a good time, great meal, and the stand was open. Met a bunch of new people.
Yeah? That's cool.
Yeah. There was this couple that came in right at the end of the day, and they live over on Cherry Hill, probably about our age, maybe. And they loved everything, and I told them, we got a podcast and everything, and they were like, oh, we're going to check it out. So,
Ooh.
hey, if you're listening.
Shout out. Very cool.
Christian and Bree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Good job.
Like the cheese is what she said.
Oh.
Like the cheese is what she said.
Oh. Was she blonde?
Yeah.
Whoa.
What?
Well, I don't know.
Whoa.
But when I used to work at Heirloom, there was a girl that would come in, and her name was Brie, and every single time she would say, Brie, like the cheese. Maybe it's the same one. I don't know.
Well, anyway, they were very pleasant, and they bought a bunch of stuff, tried a bunch of, a little bit of everything, and
That's awesome.
I do believe they will be back.
Wow, and the rain didn't stop them.
Rain didn't stop them. When they Googled, I asked them how we had a couple of new people.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I always ask people, how did you hear about us? And,
They found us on Google?
yeah, one lady was just like, farms near me. And they live in Brooklyn, so we came up.
That's great.
Yeah, farms near me.
Oh, just farms near me?
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they were also looking for chicken. Got a lot of people this weekend looking for chicken.
And you said,
chicken.
well,
Where's all the chicken?
You can sign up for the flock share program, and you will have chicken for your whole family.
We had a Joey bag of donuts yesterday. This guy, Louie from New Jersey, goes... Another new customer, and they were
you give discount.
They were telling me that they vacation in Canterbury, and I'm like, where the hell are you from? That Canterbury is like
the spot.
Vacation land. But anyway, I guess you don't see
Baltimore.
the beauty when you're around it all the time. I'm not sure.
Fair.
Anyway, they were from Jersey, and this guy's like, hey, you give discounts? I said, the veterans. And his wife was like, well, we're 62. I said, there's no 62 years old discount. Sorry. No.
62 is not even the senior citizen discount age.
Yeah. So, you give discounts?
Isn't it 65?
No. Are you? No.
Oh, actually, can you look that up?
No. Look what up?
What age do senior citizens... What age are you a senior citizen?
Are you a senior citizen? Here we go. There is no single age that defines when you become a senior citizen. While age 65 is the most widely used threshold, tying into Medicare and historical retirement markers, status varies depending on the context.
Oh, right. Well, I guess they could have said that, and it would have been a good argument.
Yeah, if they came at me with that, I would have said, no discount, no. But not bad. It does say here that at age 62, you hit the early retirement age to begin claiming Social Security benefits. So maybe they do claim Social Security benefits and they consider themselves to be senior citizens because of that fact. But
maybe they just signed up for AARP and they felt like...
AARP.
Is that... They don't call it that, do they? Nope, it's just AARP.
I think so.
AARP.
AARP. Brought to you in part by AARP.
Side effects include...
Price of participation may vary. Limited time offer. Offer and all supplies last. Yeah, good stuff. Ultimately, senior citizen is a social and administrative classification rather than a strict biological one.
It is 2026. I could classify myself as a senior citizen. I feel 62.
Anything else you want to say about the Memorial Day picnic?
It was a good time.
It was a good time.
It would have been such a... You know what? It's like it couldn't have gotten much better
Couldn't have gotten... Sorry. So
the
like
weather.
Slipped there
So, like, it's almost perfect.
Yeah.
If the weather was great, we would have ran out of food.
Well, that is the goal.
Yeah.
But now we have a lot of mac and cheese to eat.
Yeah. And coleslaw.
Coleslaw, yeah.
But the burger patties, we're just gonna eat them.
Oh, dude, the burger patties. Dude.
I don't know why I did that.
Oh, dude, you ever try a burger patty from a place that makes burger patties? Oh, my God, dude. Yeah. That's what I'm dealing with. Happy to deal with it. So, that's going to do it for this episode of the Simply Growing Food Podcast. I hope you found this informational. What do you mean?
I got here halfway through.
What are you talking? We're already at 45 minutes, all right?
I'm just warming up.
I got a plate of hot dogs and burgers calling my name with a fat slab of cobbler, so what do you want to talk about?
That's it, folks. Have a good one.
Thanks for tuning in to the Simply Growing Food Podcast. I hope you found this educational and informational, and if not, that's a shame. Bye-bye.